2022 CR 2976, State of Texas versus Alan Hernandez. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state, for the defense?
Sophia Martinez.
And are you Mr. Hernandez? Defense, I'm showing you the discovery acknowledgement. Have you received all the discovery in this case, and did you review it with your client?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Mr. Hernandez, I'm showing you what's entitled application for community supervision. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it? And did you sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
Next, I'm showing you what's entitled true bill of indictment. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
We do, Your Honor.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
Just we're proceeding on count one and we're going to waive count two.
Any objections?
No objections, Your Honor.
Mr. Hernandez, I'm going to show you what's entitled court admonishments, the defendant's waivers and affidavit of admonitions. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand you're charged with driving while intoxicated third or more as a third-degree felony? The range of punishment for that offense is anywhere from 2 to 10 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
If you have a plea bargaining agreement with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea bargaining agreement. If for any reason the court does not follow your plea bargaining agreement and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand? Make sure you speak up, okay? The court reporter has to hear.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine? Excuse me, just 1 second. Excuse me, Deputy, could you move them down that way so Brenda would have an easier time hearing? All right. Did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state will call in the right to remain silent?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand by entering this plea bargain agreement, you were giving up those rights?
Yes, ma'am.
And did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea bargain agreement in this case?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses to this offense?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you believe he has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against him?
I do, Your Honor.
Do you believe he's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
I do, Your Honor.
Mr. Hernandez, has anyone threatened you, forced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter this plea?
No, ma'am.
Has anyone promised you anything other than the plea bargain agreement to get you to enter this plea?
No, ma'am.
Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find that the defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived his right to jury trial. Showing you the plea bargain page. Did you review that page with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
According to the plea bargain agreement, the state is proceeding on count one. Your punishment is to be assessed at 4 years in the prison. There's $1,000 fine probated, and the state recommends community supervision. Did you understand that to be the plea bargain agreement from the state?
Yes, ma'am.
Defense is at the plea bargain agreement.
It is, Your Honor.
State is at the plea bargain agreement.
Yes, Judge.
Next, I'm showing you the paragraph entitled waiver of appeal paragraph. Did you review that paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it? And did you sign it in both places?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand by signing that you're waiving your right to appeal? The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that are filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, have there been any such motions?
No, Your Honor.
Next, I'm showing you outside the plea bargain agreement. The state is requesting that your community supervision be for a term of 4 years. There'll be a TAP evaluation, 150 hours community service restitution. You to follow the recommendations from the TAP evaluation, DWI intervention, VIP live, 2 years Texas driver's license suspension and admission interlock for half the term, and a 10-day jail sanction. Did you understand those are recommendations from the state, and the court does not have to follow those recommendations?
Yes, ma'am.
Then to the offense is charged in count one. How do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contact.
State any evidence.
Yes, Judge, state office safe exhibit one and all attachments.
It's been reviewed, Your Honor, and we have no objection.
Mr. Hernandez, I'm showing you what's entitled waiver and consent to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, ma'am.
Again, did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state will call in the right to remain silent?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand that today the state will be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements, judgments, and police reports, but most importantly, there will be no live testimony? Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence states exhibits one and attachments and review the same. All right, after reviewing states exhibits one and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and the court will find you guilty. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, Your Honor.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
Yes, Judge, Mr. Hernandez, he works for J&S Produce, Judge, as, he does sales for them, making about $600 weekly. He also has a second part-time job that he does retail sales at Tommy Bahama. He pays child support for his daughter, and, he also will be paying her college because she's starting, St. Mary's University in this fall. She
Oh,
just
that's
graduated.
expensive. I think you and I both know that.
Yes, ma'am. And he will be paying for that starting this fall. So he has 2 jobs to try to do that. He also helps support his 78 and 79-year-old parents who live in Lubbock. So he is working really hard to try to stay in compliance, Judge, with everything he needs to do. He is asking the court to follow the probation and to grant him the 4 years probation and follow the plea bargain agreement, Judge.
All right, I normally don't do this because we have COVID. I do. With regards to the 10-day jail sanction, you can either serve that 10 days in custody and be done with it, or either I'll put him on GPS. And if he expects to work during the time he's on GPS, then he's gonna be on GPS for 30 days and he'll only be allowed to work.
Okay, Judge, I
Or
think,
he can do 10 days in the Bear County Jail.
all right, so the court's not gonna hold that in abeyance. You're gonna, okay. Do you want to do 10 days in jail or do you want to do the 30 days on the leg monitor? She'll allow you to, the court will allow him to work,
Yes.
but when you're not working, you have to come. home. You have to pay for the monitor. I think it's better than you're sitting in
Yeah.
jail. You didn't want to sit in jail.
Yes.
I think,
All right, this is what the court is gonna do. It'll be 4 years in the prison, suspended and probated for 4 years, $1,000 fine, probated. 150 hours of community service restitution. 40 of those hours will be waived if you provide proof of the COVID vaccination. The court is not requiring you to get the COVID vaccination, but if you do, 40 of those hours will be waived. There should be a TAP evaluation. Plus, follow recommendations of TAP. Counsel, if TAP recommends inpatient treatment, you can always come back and we can have a hearing on that.
all right, Judge, I will.
I want him referred to felony drug court first. There should be the DWI intervention, VIP live, 2 years Texas driver's license suspension, ignition interlock. And I know there's a request for ignition interlock for half the term, but I'm going to say ignition interlock no less than half the term. And if you want it removed at half term, then I will consider it. In lieu of 10-day jail sanction, our defendant is to do full GPS, I'm sorry, partial GPS. He's allowed to work for 30 days. There should be regular reporting by Zoom or in person. I'm going to want field visits 2 times per month, random for 6 months. And there should be random, well, regular UAs. Proof of employment. Within 30 days. There should be no employment as a home health care provider or with minors. Probation, is there anything else that Mr. Hernandez needs?
No, you're on the drug orders. Please do that. Recommendations of the tech.
Yes.
Thanks.
All right, is there anything else you need from the court in order to be successful?
No, ma'am.
All right, I'm going to show you what's entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal. Did you review this document with your attorney Ms. Martinez, did you review this document with your attorney? Did you understand it and did you sign it?
Yes, yes, ma'am. I
All
did.
right, because this is a plea bargaining agreement, because I followed your plea bargaining agreement, and because you waived your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. And because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
If you have a question of what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, we can go off the record. Mr. Hernandez, obviously you have an alcohol problem, and you're one of those people who are in that group who cannot drink and just stop at one drink. This is what I've discovered in my time as a prosecutor and defense attorney, and even as a judge. What ends up happening is people who drink alcohol and are driving intoxicated, when there's an accident that happened, they're just fine. What ends up happening is they hit somebody who's on their way to maybe bring home dinner home to their wife or their children, or either they hit a child who's just trying to live their life, and then they come into court, they boo-hoo and cry because they didn't intend to get in a car drunk and hit somebody. Nobody ever intends to do it, but it ends up happening. Don't be that person who's driving around intoxicated and hit someone. While you're on this probation, you're not allowed to drink alcohol at all. And don't do this thing where you come back to me saying, oh, I had some gummies and I'm tested positive for marijuana. That's not allowed either. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
So if you want to be in your daughter's life, right, without being in prison, you're going to have to stop doing these things. And I know your daughter has been accepted to St. Mary's. She's going to have a great time, but an extensive time. And what I do know is that sometimes people want to celebrate milestones, and they always think alcohol is a way to celebrate milestones. You can't do that. You can't take a drop. I don't drink alcohol, and it's not that I'm, trying to be sober. I just don't think it tastes good. And people said, Stephanie, you need to acquire a taste. I'm like, why am I acquired a taste for something? Nobody ever says acquire a taste for broccoli. So you need to start acquiring a taste for broccoli and asparagus. All right. Now, felony drug court is a good program. It's a hard program that will benefit you immensely. So don't be dishonest with them, because if you're dishonest with them, what's going to end up happening is they're going to send me a notice back saying you were not accepted because you don't have an alcohol problem. And obviously you do, because this is not your first CWI, okay? And when you go to felony drug court and you complete it and you're ready for graduation, they will let me know, and you can send me a letter. I'll show up to your graduation. All right. All right. Probation is going to speak with you. Just remaining, of course, they'll go over conditions. All right. Thank you.